It's Ibn Web Quran Some here. Got official Thanksgiving going down here. I'm very, very, very delighted to be have an opportunity to talk to this person who's gonna jump on shortly here. My aunt, my great aunt, Aunt Tiny here. Oh man, almost 90 years old. Just a joy to be around to this day. I've been having the opportunity to see her at least once, sometimes twice a year for the last few years. Going down to visit her in Virginia here. Um, my grandmother's sister, you know, just the opportunity just to just hear, her growing up and her life or what have you there. Not don't know how much she's gonna tell me, but like I said, I'll try to poke at her a little bit and see what she'll say here. But like I said, I'm just so delighted and just flattered to have her on here. So I'm gonna stop my almost babbling here and just get on and we're gonna talk. Hold tight. Hey, Aunt Tiny, can you hear me and see me?
Okay. Yes.
Yes,
Hey,
hello, hello, how are you?
bless, thank you. Good to see you.
Likewise, I apologize being late. First thing, I should always know not to be late for a good woman here. So, like I said, my apologies there. Hopefully, I don't get grounded or anything, or nothing bad happens to me. But my apologies being a little late here.
No problem, no problem.
How you been?
Good, not
You have to
bad.
talk loud so you can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I
Am
can.
I proper? Am I singing correctly?
Yeah, you good to go. You good? Yeah, you good to go. You good to go here. Now, see, no, you looking good. Got the hat, everything. You good to go here.
Okay.
Man, that make me want to just go throw a shirt and tie on here or something.
You're fine, you're fine.
Nah, thank you for doing this. Like I said, I'm really, really appreciative of you just take a little bit of time out your day just to sit with me here. So, like I said, I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you for asking me.
Of course, of course, of course. I'm gonna take a stroll down memory lane, see what all we can talk about or what you willing to tell me. I know some things you might stick with you the rest of your life. You'll never tell about, which is cool. But we'll talk about a couple of things here if that's okay.
Okay.
Cool. Now, so growing up, I mean, as far as where were you born exactly? What city? I hear different cities and counties and all this stuff here. So, like, exactly where were you born?
I was born in Williams, North Carolina, one of the suburbs, I guess they call, um, mm, forgot.
Crossroads.
No, um, oh,
Everest.
no,
If you don't know, don't worry about it. It's okay.
it'll come back to me and I'll tell you,
Okay,
okay?
nah, not a problem. Now you're one of, is it six siblings or is it one of six?
Yes, my daddy had a daughter and he and my mom had three girls and two boys.
And you're the youngest, correct?
Yes, the
Oh,
baby.
uh-oh. So that comes, with some spoils and some things. Yeah. How was it for you growing up here?
It was, it had its good points and bad points. I knew where, what was expected and, you didn't cross that line.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my mother was very protective of us. We couldn't, visit our friends unless she knew exactly who they were and, what was going to be going on and who was in charge, was in any adult's home and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was the times, and that's the way it was at that time.
Yeah. Now being outside, is obviously you mentioned, your mom here, as far as just going out and playing, like you did all of that. Like sometimes us younger folks think you guys never were kids and had fun and being outside. So I know you did all of that stuff, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, and we made our own games. We couldn't go to Best Buy or wherever they sell games and buy games. We made our own games, and
Mm-hmm.
and it was really, we kept ourselves entertained. We knew how to entertain ourselves.
Now your brothers and sisters, did you all get along when you were younger?
Yeah, we had to because my mother, she didn't take no stuff, we had to not fuss and fight and carry on. If we did, better make up and,
Hmm.
keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, now how was that sister of yours, my grandmother? How was she growing up here?
She was great. She was a doll, but she didn't take no stuff, and she just stood her own ground. And her thinking, like she would like to do other, adventure out and things,
Mhm.
but we weren't allowed to do it, and she knew it. But she would just, speak herself, get herself in trouble by,
Yeah.
saying things that she shouldn't be saying to an adult. But
Hmm.
that's the way it was. But
Oh,
she was fun though.
yeah, yeah. No, it sounds like she talked back then like she do now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. Then going to school and everything. Did you enjoy school?
Yes, I did. Oh, and for school, she was my protector, they couldn't get close to me, and if she thought anybody was, trying to, get near me or say something out of the way, she'd take it up. And then that she would really, be very vocal.
Yeah.
And it sometimes somebody might get smacked or something, in the process.
No, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. That now, as far as even like just learning and being in school and all that, I mean, did you enjoy it or did you try to get out of it? Did you, as far as going to school, as far as schoolwork
Oh,
and
oh,
class and everything else and all that stuff?
you had to. I mean, that you didn't. There was no choice. That's what you were supposed to do. So that's what you did.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
And
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
um, if the teacher would, visit your parents if they figured that you were not doing, what you should be doing.
Hmm.
You were, being not being disrespectful in the class or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And there was a time they were allowed to, to take you in the corner themselves with a paddle and, you know, you get a spanking by the teacher.
boy, has times changed. Yeah, times have changed. I know you got to lift your face up. I want to make sure you lift your
Okay.
face. Yeah, no, times have changed. They ain't doing that
Yeah.
now. No, the police, they walking out the police these days.
Hmm.
But the thing is, I mean, I look at that though, even back then, as far as, hey, I mean, when they say they take a village, that included the teachers too. That you was going to be on the straight and narrow. You're going to figure it out, and whether by paddle or by a teacher or by your parent or somebody, but it was a community thing.
It will be a paddle, and you will know how many licks, you will get, and it wouldn't be just like, they just grab and snatch you up and beat you up like that. It was nothing like that.
Now, being even in North Carolina here, I know you stumble on a gentleman or something. A guy named I affectionately call him Uncle Alonzo here. How'd you guys meet?
Okay. Um, he came out to my house to bring his cousin to see my sister, my older sister.
Hmm.
And my father, he on Sunday afternoon, he would sit on the front porch and smoke his pipe. And so that day he was there on the porch. And when Alonzo's cousin came, to see my sister, um, he Alonzo, drove him there. And so my father invited him up on the porch and they had, talked and everything. And after they finished talking, my daddy, I was in the back, I didn't know, what was going on, and told me it was a nice gentleman out on the porch and I should go out and, uh, introduce and talk to him.
Mhm.
And I thought that it was kidding me, because he ain't, that ain't his field. He don't do things like that. And I went out and, I introduced myself and then we started talking and it was from there. So I tell friends that, my daddy picked my husband for me.
No, that sounds about right. I'm at to steal that one. Hopefully, if this little one don't get too far ahead of me here. Yeah, so I'm at to steal that move here from my great grandfather.
Well, he had some, I tell you.
Yeah, now that was the first time that day that you actually met Uncle Alonzo when your father introduced you to him.
Right. Mhm.
Wow.
I knew him, cause you know everybody in the area, but that was the first time that I had, ever, really met him, been introduced to him or anything.
Yeah. How old were you about that? You remember?
I was kind of old. I was getting old because I was thinking about, I might not get nobody. So no, I might have been about 24, 25 or something like that.
Okay. Now you
Mm.
say old back then. Now we'll say that. Oh, that's young. Yeah. No. Because I know back then people got married probably a little younger and everything as well too.
They
So
did, yeah.
yeah. So you guys meet, and then again, how long do you guys stay down there as far as in North Carolina? Do you automatically just make your way north as far as the relationship starts to evolve, or you guys are still down there just figuring it out?
Um, he came to Connecticut because at that time there was for the work experience was there was no work down in the area, and he came to Connecticut to to work. And after I got out of high school, I went to New York
Mhm.
and for about 2 years, but we stayed in contact. And we got engaged while I was in New York, and then we finally got married. Then I moved to Connecticut.
And it's interesting. You say New York, like North Carolina, New York. That's a culture shock, isn't it? That's a whole different world.
Yeah, but I was I was living with a family, taking care of their children, for about 2 years. So I wasn't really exposed to the outside world of New York. But I went to the Apollo and places like that, um, social, but places that had been pre planned, scheduled. It wasn't that I wasn't just turned out, on the streets of New York or anything.
Wow, you hanging out at the Apollo, everything here. No, now what part of
Yeah, I went to
Nah, look at you here.
125th Street and
Yeah.
all the places. Yes.
Oh, so you got out, you was able to get out a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that ain't look anything like North Carolina, I tell you that.
Yeah.
Now, what part of New York did you live in?
And Brooklyn.
Okay. So even to get to Brooklyn or Harlem, that's a little hike. That's a little commute.
And I learned to ride on the trolley by myself and things,
Hmm.
subway rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, good. And then ultimately, you guys get engaged, you guys get married, and then you go to Connecticut. Did you try to talk them out of going to Connecticut? You didn't try to get them to come to New York, and you guys live in New York or something?
No.
Hmm.
I'd rather, because Connecticut was a slower pace than New York.
Okay.
And a lot of the people from South was, in Connecticut.
Okay.
A lot of, people migrated to Connecticut at that time.
Hmm. Now you get up there now. It was always Stanford when you was in Connecticut, or was it somewhere else?
No, that was Stanford.
And then you have Keith in, and how does life as a mother and a wife, and then how's all this is going on here? How do you do it?
Well, I had it going on, but it was tough, but I made it too. I would survive. We survived.
Hmm.
And he was a good help too, with he worked at night and I worked during the day.
Okay.
For a long time. And he was like, the babysitter for a while.
Hmm.
But then it was just, I went home one day and Keith was sitting he had got out of the crib and he was sitting on the floor playing. My husband was asleep and he didn't know what was going on. And so that's what led me to know that I had to make other arrangement for a babysitter.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
mm,
Nothing gonna happen to your baby. Definitely,
mm,
definitely. Now I know that I forgot to just mention. I know you grew up in regards to the church. That's been you've been involved in church your whole life is. So even as you move to different places, you was able to, find a church and a place that you were comfortable with as far as attending.
mhm.
Yeah. Now, because down in North Carolina, I know, was it the first church of Queen of North Carolina, like the ministry down there? Is that where you started at?
Yeah, Belmont Baptist Church is
Okay.
the church I became a member, but my parents was at Poplar Point Baptist Church, and that's out from Williamston.
Hmm. Yeah, then I mean, just being involved in church to this day, I mean, it's been a staple for you throughout your whole life here. Like, what has it meant for you just to, just find comfort as far as just going to church and being part of the church and everything? How's that been for you just throughout your life here?
Well, for me, it's been a lifesaver because that's all I know, and certain things I knew not to do because of, my upbringing and the things that I, was taught in church and everything. And I think that that's what, kept me stable and not, getting into other things that I could have, gotten into otherwise.
Now, with the church here, what's changed throughout the years? Has it pretty much, everything been the same, even the infrastructure and how churches do things? Have you seen like a change as far as the ministry and how things are being done throughout the years, or things pretty much been the same?
There are a lot of changes that are going on. And, as um, people grow
Hmm.
and they learn different methods, they go to school, they learn different methods. And it's just a learning process.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but through it all, again, has it ever been a time you just had a dislike for a certain church and had to move to another church, or not because you moved out of town or what have you, but while you was in town, had you ever have to just change up just because you needed to change or just to hear something different?
I sure have. I sure
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Mhm.
Sit your face up. Yeah, your face up. I want to make sure. No, your face. There we go. There we go. There we go. You said you should have. Yes. So there's been what this when they have made changes and you have switched churches.
Yes, we have. Back in, I think it was 1984,
Hmm.
a group of us went together and we organized a church.
Wow.
We left that congregation and we were able to organize, a new organization, church organization, Friendship Baptist Church in Stanford.
Okay.
And, God bless, and, we were able to, move on.
Yeah. How much work did it take to just organize and get that going? I know that probably took a lot of work.
It took some work. For a while, they met at our house in the basement. When we
Hmm.
lived on Wheat Hill,
Hmm.
um, you know, we met there, until we were able to, find a location, and then, we were able to build.
Hmm. Okay. But that also probably definitely a sense of pride once the building was completed. You guys started, being there and everything. So that had to be like just a huge sense of pride and accomplishment, I'm sure.
Yes, it was.
Hmm. Nah, definitely, definitely. And I know you also worked, was it at Phillips for a while, right? Was it North
Yeah.
American Phillips?
Yeah, no record. Yeah, for 27 years.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
that, and then you stuck in some time and went to college a little bit too, took some classes, correct?
Yes, went to Norwalk, take the,
Yeah, it's
uh,
interesting now. That's what they changed. They took the technical out. Now it's Norwalk Community College.
right, yes, yes.
Yeah. Now, what did
And
you just took?
I also took some courses at Bridgeport University too.
That part I never knew. I never knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Nah, good stuff. And I don't know if you knew, like I taught at Bridgeport for a few years. Actually,
Oh,
I taught.
really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Really?
I had the opportunity to be over there as well because the school's right by the water. Is
Mm-hmm.
over. Yes, right over by the water. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't know that. Now, what you just took general classes, or you did you major in anything, or you just took classes
I
stay sharp?
took courses in human services.
Okay, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Nah, good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, and all that too. Like I said, I go back to you being a full time mom and full time wife and everything else, and involved in the church. So you was coming and going as far as you didn't have that Volvo. That Volvo wasn't around back then, was
I had
it?
how many car did I have? A Impala, a Ford
Okay.
Impala.
Yeah.
A Chevy Impala. And then we had that, what was that? Buick, what was that little car? Skylark. A Skylark Buick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you was up and down that I-95. I see.
And your auntie was the recipient of my Skylark.
Oh, okay. Oh, when it's time to get rid of it, just pass it on down,
Yeah, yeah.
huh? That's cool. That's cool. Did I know? Obviously, got start getting, I guess, too cold. If you was up here today, you probably in Connecticut. You'd be like, I'm so glad I'm down there. I looked at the news this morning. It said 0.
the the year that we left, there were 27 snowstorms that year.
Mhm.
And my husband said, I've had it, we leaving, we getting out of here.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that'll 27. Yeah, that'll do it. Now that's
The-
27 in one
And
winter.
in total 27 snowstorms that year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that make anybody
Yeah.
want to leave.
And back then, the snowstorm was different than they are today. The texture, whatever, they last longer. It was just different.
Yes, yes.
Those were snowstorms.
Yeah, it took a
And
little
they
longer to
lasted,
get cleaned up. Yeah,
yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it. So how come Virginia, out of all places you could have went to in the United States and the world, how you end up in Virginia Beach?
We had some friends that lived here,
Hmm.
and we went to the same church. And
Okay.
usually when we go, we're going to North Carolina, we would stop in Virginia and visit them. And so my husband was talking to him and told him, he was thinking about moving. Oh, we searched in Fayetteville too. We had looked around Fayetteville for place.
Okay. But you knew it was gonna be south somewhere. You knew it was gonna be
Right. And then after talking to our friends that lived here, and he got excited and he wanted us to come check out Virginia Beach.
Mhm.
And we did. And here we are.
Nah, definitely. I'm gonna just ask you, lift your face up. Yeah, there we go.
And
There we go. Nah, see, you get to Virginia Beach, you leave Connecticut, and no looking back. No looking. Have you been to Connecticut since you left?
yeah,
Oh, besides see me, I know you saw me once or twice, but outside of that.
Yeah, I've been back. I went back to weddings and funerals, and
Hmm.
I haven't been back recently though.
You're not missing a whole lot. I mean, you could take some, you bring some of this cold down with you, but that's about it.
No, that's all right.
Virginia Beach and how I mean, I look at it now, so I'm happy that you're there. But you get to Virginia Beach, you're away from Connecticut. You guys put in all the work. Your son's grown, everything here. So how did you adjust? Just again, I mean, I know you know went from North Carolina to Brooklyn, Brooklyn to Stanford, Stanford to Virginia Beach. How you just make those adjustments?
Well, it's no different to me, It just um I didn't, just go with the flow.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that I know you get down there and not too long after being down there, I know Uncle Alonzo passes. So I know it's just like, wow, we look to start this retired life together and being down there. And I know, well, the love of your life passes away here. One, I gotta say, just me being a little older now and what have you, like just, you know, how strong you've been. Like just even with, even to this day here, just I mean, you could easily just kind of went the other way here. You to your point here, you just kind of just you marched on, and I'm sure not a day goes by without thinking about them, what have you here. But oh, where did you find the strength at?
Well, I just strengthened the Lord. It was hard, and it still is hard, but I
Hmm.
just try to think about the good things and if that we had in the future together, and not
Hmm.
to try to look back at what I'm missing now.
Yeah, yeah. I know, like I said, you just continue to march on here. I mean, like I said, as graceful as anybody I know here. So, like I said, that's just a testament to who you are.
Well, thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Now I know. Just even being down in Virginia Beach and us having an opportunity to come down there. One of my favorite our tiny moments there. You don't probably remember this. I know we came down there one of the first times. So we had to go to Home Depot and you wound up taking the motor cart and you just took off like you just using the little motor car at Home Depot like just knowing your way around the store here. I mean, I had to get out your way a little bit, because I didn't know if I was gonna be a casualty or something here, but but yeah, that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah, and I know even now, I mean, being fortunate enough the past few years to get an opportunity to come down, outside of this pandemic, and I think just having Nyla have an opportunity just to meet to meet you and hang out with you and the joy she gets from that. Like I said, it just yeah, it takes my breath away. Just kind of just seeing the generations and everything else here. Just having our opportunity. I mean, because as soon as we crossed that Chesapeake Bay Bridge or what have you, now obviously seeing Auntie, then she's like, we're going to see Aunt Tiny and everything else here. Like I said, so she really looks forward to it. So just as much as I do, and I think that's just great for me to just to witness that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I see myself, a little bit of myself in Nyla.
Really? Okay. How so?
The business, when people come around,
Hmm.
I was that's why I was like that
Hmm.
when I was, her age.
Yeah.
Um, just wanted to help people and, make sure they were comfortable and things like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Nah, nah, busy she is definitely, and I know. Have you heard of the ancestry thing? You might have seen commercials of people doing it. Colleen, done started a few months ago. Just tracing people's heritage or what have you. And I know she started doing my side of the family here, so it's interesting as far as all your siblings came up. Your mother, your father came up, and I know she saw some census reports and like wedding she saw like marriage licenses, I think from Mama. I think one of Mama's marriage licenses. So she like loves this stuff. And I know she spoke to my father in regards to some of the information. I know he chimed in with a little bit of information that he knew, but I mentioned to Colleen, you're probably the person she probably needs to sit down and get some information from in regards to all that stuff. I let her do all. I stay away from all of it, but like she loves that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I guess you just throw a name in, stuff pops up and everything. A lot of people do it. But like I said, I know. So she's been kind of glued to it, like at least once, twice a week. Like she's working on it or doing something here. So I told her, you're probably the person she needs to talk to.
Mm. Well,
But I just say, just be
well,
on the lookout for a phone call. Be on the lookout for a phone call. Now definitely be yeah, because she might come ask some stuff here. Now
okay.
speaking of questions, I'm not gonna take too much more of your time here, but I had a few more if you don't mind me asking.
Okay.
Cool, cool. These are just random questions. So what do you prefer? You prefer driving or flying?
Um, now or
Just in general. I mean, just in general. What did you
well,
always like? Did you always like to drive? Did you always like to fly? I even throw the train in. Did you even like taking the train?
I don't mind flying.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Um, driving, I never did the driving. I always had to sit on the side. My husband loved to drive, and
Hmm.
but I
Oh,
like to fly. I like to fly.
yeah. Even with the drive, well, you got to relax a little bit. I don't know if you had control issues that like bothered you a little bit. You couldn't grab the wheel for a long distance. Now you got to relax. You got to relax. So
Oh,
yeah. As far as places you lived, where did you like most? North Carolina, Connecticut, Virginia Beach, and how about even New York? Where did you like living at most?
I like Connecticut. I mean, I'm sorry. I like Virginia Beach.
Yes, yes.
I like it here.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
What is it that you like about Virginia Beach?
The the communities is not all spread out. It's like more like a home kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah. Now
You know,
Virginia
and
Beach is great.
in Connecticut, the houses is closer together, and
Hmm.
uh, it's more. This is more like a community, a neighborhood.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Now, now you mentioned Virginia Beach, but just in general, like, throughout your time here, what have you seen just in the world? Like, have things changed or gotten better for you? Worse or better that you've seen here with this world we live in?
right now, I don't know what all this stuff is that's going on
Hmm.
in this world. I know one thing, the values and what I learned from the very beginning, those are what I go by.
Hmm. That's
And
right.
I refuse to, you know, lose those to try to pick up something that don't make no sense to me.
Hmm. Hmm. Nah, definitely that foundation and stuff that stuck with you from way back. Now, that's important.
Right.
Like those values you mentioned. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So I know things have gotten a little advanced, and wanted to ask. So I know you frequent Facebook a little bit. Is there any other social media platforms, anything that you do? Do you do like Instagram? Do you do Twitter? I know you have a Facebook page here.
Yeah, I have a Facebook page, but I have not established a Facebook page.
You do have, don't you have a Facebook page?
Yes.
'Cause I know we caught you scrolling and looking and everything else a
I
couple of
look
times out to
on
eat.
there and I see that, but I think it's because to my church.
Okay, okay.
I think it's how, is it, no?
You do have a Facebook page. I don't know
I
how you
do.
got it, but you do have.
Well,
Mm-mm.
they say I have a Facebook page and nobody know how, well, maybe, did you set it up for me?
Oh, okay. There we go. There
Maybe
we go.
you did, maybe you did it.
Oh, I don't know. So, your favorite season, your
Maybe
favorite.
Nara did it.
I wouldn't put anything past her. Yeah, so I won't put anything past that one. Ain't no telling.
But I'm sure she know how to do it.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't have a Facebook page. She doesn't have a page yet. I know eventually I probably have to, cave in and give her a couple of those things here. But she's steady doing all that other stuff though. I know Auntie was a victim of some of the Snapchat photos and messing with the pictures and everything. So no, she does a couple of those things here. I think for me, you just find a balance with that. Because you don't want them to be left in the dark, not knowing how to do things, and I think, fun and learning is a little different, so I try to, make sure, Colleen and I, we try to make sure that we find a nice balance with all of that.
Well, I need her to tutor me. I need her to tutor me. Bring me up to
I'll pass that
bring
along.
me up to date.
All right. I might warn you, she might start TikToking with you, have you do a dance step or two. So I know you might want to get ready for all of that too, because she'll get you.
Well, first I need to learn what TikTok is.
Oh, she'll tell you. She'll give you a crash course.
Yeah.
Give you a crash course.
Okay.
Dad, I'll say something to her. I'll let her know.
Okay.
So she might be on that Breeze airline by herself going down there. I know. Your favorite time of the year? What's your favorite season?
I like the fall.
Yeah.
The changing of the colors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And where the Merritt Parkway, on the Merritt Parkway.
Yeah, I know the Merritt.
And
yes.
that is a beautiful.
Yeah. No, it is. It's just hopefully you don't get no traffic jam on the Merritt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those 2 lanes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's your favorite food to eat?
Would you ask? Chicken.
Chicken. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
About this magical life you done lived here, like what was the best time for you, as far as best decade for you? Was it the 60s, 70s, 80s? Like what was the best time, if you can recall? Like that was like probably some of the best times of my life here.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't. All the times, I don't, I can't pick out one just the other.
Your husband was here.
When my husband was alive.
Okay. No, definitely. What's the best part about being you? What's the best part about being you?
I'm just me, and I like the way I am,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What are you most proud of?
Me.
I heard that. That's why I'm laughing.
Oops.
We answered that question? Auntie answered it for you?
Well, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
What are you most proud of?
What are you most proud of?
Yeah, what are you most proud of?
Oh, my family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, all this knowledge and life experiences and all this stuff that you have now, what would you tell that Nina Daniels, that 20-year-old? What advice would you give her if you was to talk to her right now? What advice would you give her? As far as your younger self, like, what would you tell your younger self? Is any advice you would tell that younger you? Anything different?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything now.
But he made no mistakes. Done no-
I ain't talking about that.
That's what he's saying. What would you, when you
Oh,
were
maybe-
20, what
Oh,
would you, all that you've learned now in life, what would you tell a 20-year-old today?
oh.
And being yourself when you were 20?
Don't make the same mistakes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Be just be yourself and don't try to be, you know, like other people. Be yourself
Yeah. No, absolutely.
and be honest with yourself. And if you make a mistake, acknowledge it
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, try not to make it the same mistake again.
Yes. Yeah. No, well said. Well said. I tell you, thank you. Again, I know I thanked you a bunch of times when I got on here, but I can't thank you enough just for.
Time at DeWitt Proctor.
Huh?
Tell them about your time at DeWitt Proctor.
Oh, she told me to tell you about my time.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, it's good.
I graduated from the Proctor School of Theology.
Yeah. That was a proud moment. That had to be a proud moment.
Through at Bridgeport.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. That's
like-
good stuff. I never knew. I never knew that.
Yes.
Yeah. I never see me and that little cousin of mine.
Me and my husband together.
Y'all graduated together.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You didn't do all his work for him, did you?
No.
Nah, that's great. That's great. Nah, I mean, like I said, you've lived an extraordinary life, and you continue to live up and running and everything else. And like I said, I hope to be you. I hope to be you. You know, God willing, as far as just the energy to get up and go and still, you know, laugh and, you know, get with the times and everything else here. You know, so I hope I'm as fortunate as you've been. And nah, this thank you for everything. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Nah, thank you for everything, and even giving me some time here, a little bit of your time here, especially on a Sunday. So I know also, like I said, I want to say thank you.
Can I say something to you?
Please. I don't know. You're not going to incriminate me or nothing, are you?
I want to thank you for being the young man that you are, a family man, and you just are you're so humble, and you are just kind of young man that the world needs now.
Wow.
And you're concerned about other people.
Wow.
And you allow your family to know your family.
And you allow your family to know, you know, your other family.
Wow, that's cool. Nah, thank you. But you know, I got all you guys to kind of thank for all of that. But nah, thank you for saying that. That means a whole lot. Nah, thank you. And I know I don't know how much you paying your assistant back there to help you out here. You know, so I don't know.
I thought you were paying her.
Oh, it's coming out of my account here. Hey, I guess I got to figure it out. Nyla's gonna pay. I'm gonna go into her account and take some of her money. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, hopefully I don't get in too much trouble. But not, Aunt Tiny, thank you. Thank you for definitely taking this time out here. And I really, really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being my great nephew, and, I love you, and just continue to doing, what are you doing? And I'm just eternally grateful.
Thank you. I love you too. And love you guys in the back there. You got a little live audience. So I thank those guys as well too. So I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
love
Bye
you.
bye. Love you too. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, just get opportunity, things that I've never known or knew or what have you here, just to sit down with our tiny here. Like I said, I get opportunity, God willing, like yearly to get a chance to see it. Like I said, the last, few years or so, and it's been great. It's been great. So like I said, hopefully I can grow old gracefully, just like she is, and still doing her thing and going about her business here. So hopefully I'll get there. But with that being said, I'm just gonna slide on out on this one. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.